The link to the score sheet is in the chat. Like everyone can keep it open in case you want to keep tracks of scores. Right, Team 6 have some connectivity issues. They will be joining us soon. We'll be waiting 2 more minutes, I guess. Right, Team 6 won't be joining us. We'll make a small change in the set. Like, give us 2 minutes and we'll be starting off. Right. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Now we'll be starting off with the quiz. So, welcome everyone to the finals of the Open General Quiz called Trials by Trivia. So, this is under our quizzing festival known as Parakh, and this is our second edition, and we are all very glad to have you here. I guess there was a problem with that Alzheimer's dementia question, but now it's behind us. Let's move ahead into the final. Right. So let me explain I'll tell you about the rounds. It will be a simple round one, written round, 4 questions. Round two would be a clockwise bounce and bounce, 12 questions. In bounce and bounce, we'll be following where the bounce ends there. The next team gets the question, the next direct, right? So we'll be following that pattern. And then round three will again be a written round, and round four will be an anti-clockwise bounce and bounce, right? So we'll be starting off with the written round first, in case anyone has any doubts right now. So you can tell me about it. Otherwise, right, I'll explain the rules of the written round. This is a very simple round. This round will contain 4 questions. So each question will worth of. There are 2 things you can do here. Like the first is stake. So in stake, in stake, the thing would be that, like, if you're sure about a question, for example, you are asked who's the president of India, and you are like, yeah, I know it's Pranab Mukherjee, right? And you want to stake it. You're pretty sure that you're right, and you want to stake it. So you can stake it. Then you'll be awarded double the points that you are in elsewise, right? But there's a risk of -10 as well. So you can choose to stake or not stake, right? Write all of the answers in one question, one message, and send it on the WhatsApp group. I'll be checking it after, like, I close it, and there would be no bonus points for follows, like, because generally our written rounds are themed, so we don't give someone advantage of, like, if they know that theme, so they don't get any advantage, and answer via the team WhatsApp group only, right? Any doubts? Right. Everyone, please turn on your cameras before we start, and keep your hands in the frame. Right. It's up. Our other quiz masters will take care of that. Like, everyone is keeping the cameras on and the hands in the frame. Any doubts before we start?
So we can choose the stake for different questions, right?
Yeah. Individually, you can choose stake. Like, for example, question one, ke liye you want to do it. You don't want to do it for question number two. So, any other doubts? I see no doubts. So I guess we can start. So let's start off with the written round now. Right. So X is the theme in the first episode of a latest season of a recently concluded BBC One and Netflix series. In this, the main character travels to Miquelon Islands in Newfoundland and for a certain new business opportunity that 1933 brings. It shows how X was a catastrophic failure and put violent men in positions of power. Quite the opposite effect, it was first brought in 1920. So you need to identify X. There's a poster here that will give you hint.
Is there a theme to the written down?
The theme, there would be a theme. I'll disclose the theme. The theme would be basically historical connections in Mela, right? In music and
Okay.
entertainment and movies, right? That would, like, I'll be asking historical things. I won't be asking anything about Mela. Otherwise, it would be a Mela quiz. So, so 5 more seconds on this. Right, that's it. Moving on to question number two now. Right, so X's story was adapted for the big screen by Rajkumar Gupta in 2011. Upon the movie's release, X's sister spoke to Hindustan Times, and she had the following comments about the movie. So Dash is brilliant, but I don't think she was trying to replicate my personality in any way. No, we are not similar at all. But the person playing X is so much like them in vivacity and joy de vivre. In fact, there's a sequence of a candlelight vigil where their picture looks so much like X in the paper we have all seen in the newspapers. Right. So you need to identify who's X, whose story was being told. And again, the image will serve as a hint. 5 more seconds. Okay, that's enough for time for this question. We'll be moving on to question number three now. Right. So in 2016, Frigel Dewitt, who performs in the WWE under the name of Finn Balor, renamed his finishing move to the X to commemorate this festive weekend event. So X was its country's first major revolt against British rule, though some see it as an unmandated bloody act by represent and by unrepresented secret conspirators. For many, it was the founding act for a democratic state. Identify X. Again, image here would serve as a hint. Right, right. Add a stake somewhere, right? Whenever you are adding a stake, right? Like make it obvious. Otherwise, and even in the WhatsApp group, you get the ones who are checking, they'll just tell you if there's some confusion. Right? Anyways, moving on to question number 4 now. So in a remake, in a movie that has a Bollywood remake now, it's shown that the main character inspired X, but in reality, X is rumored to have begun doing this thing, doing his thing in 1954 at his first paid performance in Tennessee, as shown as an attempt to cover up nervous leg shaking. So identify X. So again, this position can give you a hint image there. Right, 5 more seconds.
We'll do
Right.
a
So
rerun, right?
I'll do a brief rerun. Right. Sure. Like so that you are aware. Question number one, क्या था, question number two. Right. So question number one, you have to give me X. Pick the poster. Recently concluded series. Travels to Miquelon Island, 1933, 1920. Catastrophic failure. Those would be your hints here. Question number two, X's story. The movie came out in 2011. Very vivacity, Joy Dividive, and her images in the candlelight march was very similar to ones we have seen in newspapers. Right. Question number three, again, Frigel do it. The fest, festive weekend event, right? So it's against the British rule, unmandated bloody. All those would be a hint. Identify X again here. And question number four, he started doing this as an attempt to cover up nervous leg shaking. So you have to identify who is it.
Can you go back to question 2 once for 5 seconds?
Sure, I'll do that. Right, that should be enough time. So you can please start submitting your answers now. 20 seconds. I'll start correcting them. Right, have we received answers from everyone? Can you tell me who's left? I think team one has given their answer. And wait, one has given me an answer. Team three has given broken answers. Like, type it in one sentence so it's easier for us. Team two has given us an answer. And tag any one of the quiz master as well, right? So to make it easier. I'm Abhimanyu. I'm not Yash. Yash is. I'm using his laptop, so to make that clear. Team 5 has given us an answer. Team 7, your answer. Team 2 has given us an answer. Team 8 has given us an answer. Team 4 is hasn't given an answer yet. Team 6 answers. Please, 10 more seconds. Assistant quiz master, please keep track of whoever is given an answer. Achha, right. Team 6 is not here. Sorry. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So no more responses accepted now. So let's move on to the answers, right? Question number 1, any guesses? I guess there's no guesses. So answer was prohibition in USA. So basically, in like after the First World War, there were increasing crime rates. So USA decided to start prohibition in there in 1920s, and it was a catastrophic failure because they kept smuggling in alcohol anyways. So right, anyways, it's from Peaky Blinders. So question number 2, any guesses? No guesses. Okay, I'll move on to the answer slide. So answer is Jessica Lal. The movie being No One Killed Jessica. That was the restaurant she was killed in, Kutub Colonnade. Right. So question number 3, any guesses? You can unmute and give me an answer now. The written on is over.
Is this Boston Tea Party?
No, it's not Boston Tea Party. Okay, so this is 1916 Easter uprising or like Bloody Sunday as well. Right. So you had to figure out the country was Ireland, not USA. So from there you get it. Yes. Question number 4, any guesses?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley is the right answer. Movie being Forrest Gump. Right. So that brings us to the end of written round 1. Please, I think the scoreboards are being updated. If you guys have any doubts, so can please tell us. Everyone can check the scoreboard.
Can Team 3 please switch on your cameras? Rog and Venu bhi karo.
Right, I guess there are no trouble with score. You can add the final scores now on the score sheet. Right, we'll be starting with pounds and pounds now. We'll be going clockwise, as said before. Otherwise, apart from that, this round will have 12 marks. It goes clockwise from the order 1 to 8. Points will be conserved. So in case the questions are bounced, so you won't get marks for any part that has already been answered, right? And apart from that, the marking scheme would be plus 20, 0 on direct, plus 20, minus 10 on pounds, and plus 10, 0 on pounds. Any doubts before we start? Anyone unfamiliar with pounds and pounds? Right, I guess not. No doubts. Right, team 1, the first direct would be for you. Right, so on the following slide, you'll see the statistics detailing the reduction of salmon imports from Norway to China. Norway used to be the largest exporter of salmon to China, enjoying a near monopoly. After an incident, within a few years, Norway's share in China salmon imports plummeted. Image follows. Right. So because of this incident, the diplomatic relations between the two countries were so strained that Norway's ambassador to Beijing had to stay in the office 5 years longer than his tenure because Norway wasn't sure if China would accept a new ambassador. In 2015, when Dalai Lama visited Norway, none of the Norwegian government officials met him, probably to tease China, contrasting to their previous action that started it all. since 2016, the relation have improved between the two countries. So what caused this strained diplomatic relations between the two countries? So the image is here. So you can see like where the Norway's import and salmon export is quite high at 2010, but it suddenly falls after that. Right. So, but the overall salmon import is increasing in China, but Norway stakes have gone down. Right. So why was that? The pounds window is open now. I'll close it soon. Just for pounds, tag me, tag Abhimanyu, right? Teammate has pounds. So 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. Team 5, are you pouncing or not? Tag me if you're pouncing. Anyways, so I'll
So
take
do
that
you
as a
need an
pounce.
exact name or what? Oh,
I will be needing an exact name as well. For pounds, I would be needing an exact name. Right. So, team 5, is that a pounce or not? Not a pounce. Right. Okay. Sure. So, if only teammate has pounds, the pounce window is now closed. Team 1, you can answer. Oh, wait. Let me check the pounds first. Again, teammate, we need a exact proper noun that you
We
understand.
bounced before we know that. Before we knew that we needed the full name for the person. We didn't know that, so we bounced while not knowing that thing. So
Right. Okay. Sure.
it's
I'll
not our
see
problem.
what
I think
I'll see what I do.
you could.
I'll do there.
If it would be good because that's some Chinese name is it's difficult to remember.
Right. Sure. Okay. Anyways, team 1.
It happened because Nobel Peace Prize Committee of Norway gave an award to Chinese human rights activist.
Right. That is the right answer. So they basically gave the prize to Li Xiaobo for like he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. So that obviously triggered China, and for that reason they were in like the relation between the two countries was strained. Since teammate answered it before, I'll give them +10 for that, not a full 20. Right. So scoreboard, please keep that in mind. Right. +20 for team 1 and +8, +10 for teammate. Right. So that's the first question. The since team 1 answered it, the second question will be direct for team 2. Right. So by looking at the first digit, one can tell the type of X. The significance of latter digits depends on the first digit. The second and the third digit represent the various parts of the country. The fourth and the fifth digit are randomly assigned to make the number unique. Earlier, a 4-digit scheme was followed, which was later changed to 5. So what are we talking about here? No bounces yet. 10 more seconds. So since team 2 gave me an answer, the next question would be for team 3.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go on.
This is teammate. We weren't awarded 30 points for our written round 1. We had +0, -10, 20, and 20. So it turns out to be 30, and we have been awarded zero
Right.
in the
Scoreboard,
score
please
sheet.
check that. Right. They'll check that. We'll confirm it after the end of this question, right? We'll go on to question number 3. Question number 3 will be direct for team number 3, right? So let's go ahead. So this design feature of X on X is probably one of the most common things we notice but don't pay attention to. The design feature serves the purpose of equalizing pressure. One common speculation was that it reduces the lifespan of the product, thereby promoting people to buy it more often. However, the design serves another simple yet ingenious purpose, reducing the risk of death by choking. Turns out people have been chewing on X ever since it was invented. Yes, it's not just you, like everyone has been doing it. The large hole maintains airflow and increases the chance of survival in case X is lodged in the windpipe. So what are we talking about here? The bounce window is open now.
Team 2 is bouncing.
Right, team 2 is bouncing, team 8 has bounced, team 1 has bounced, so 5 more seconds. I've received a lot of bounces. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So that closes the team. Team 7, I'll count your points. Okay. You just tag me. You don't need to write the answer or pounds or whatever. Just tag me.
We have to
Easy.
write the
Now you have
answers
to write
in
the
the
answer. Like,
WhatsApp group.
yes, you have to write the answers in the WhatsApp group. So I've got an answer from team 2. I've got an answer from team 1. Can you be a bit more specific? Team 8 has given me an answer, and team 7, I'm waiting on your answer. Team 7, your answer. Right, team 1 has given me an answer.
Internet connectivity is not so good, so it is taking.
Okay, sure. Team 7 has given me an answer. Right. So we'll be, team 7 has given me an answer. So team 3, now you can give me an answer. It's your direct. Team 3.
Yeah, we don't know the answer for this question.
Yeah, no problem. Team 4.
Me neither, me neither.
Team, okay. Team 5.
Is it chewing on pen caps? That is.
Chewing on pen caps is the right answer. So basically, the thing, the design B is here. The pen caps have holes, right? So basically, lots of people chew on pen caps. So in case you engulf one, so you won't choke to death at least. Right? So team 5 got it right. So the next question will be direct for team 6. And all the teams got it right on the pounds except for team 7. Team 7 gets a negative 10. So I'm hoping the score sheet is now updated. Team 3. Oh, sorry. Team 8.
No, it has
No,
not
it's
been
not
updated.
yet. Can you please update the score sheet?
Actually, teammate, your answer for question number 3, you gave the answer as 1916, but the answer is 1916 Easter Uprising.
No, 1916 works.
It was correct.
Yeah, brother,
Abhimanyu,
1916 works.
it was correct. Abhimanyu
Okay,
said it.
then. Okay, we'll give you the points then.
Right, like because we were looking for the historical thing. If you gave me 1916, 1916 was the particular name of the movie.
Yes, so
That's
that
fine.
was
It works.
required.
Right.
Yeah, same goes for team 3. So our marks haven't been updated yet. Round 1 marks of team 3.
Right, please change that. Anyways, we'll go ahead with the next question in the time.
Okay.
Right. So I think it's team 6 is direct now. Team 5 answered the last question. Right. Moving on to team 6, it's your direct. So in 1973, an American magazine referred to a situation in Russia as Volga X, which was the first, which the Oxford English Dictionary identifies as the first subsequent use of the suffix X. From there, X cropped up in print quite frequently, with one writer credited with introducing more than 20 different terms through his career. Through his career, right? William Safire. The former speechwriter repeatedly used the suffix in his New York Times column, giving rise to its prominence and popular use. Years later, Noam Cohen wrote that it may have been a deliberate ploy on Safire's part. In listing multiple instances of its use in political columns, Cohen said that Sapphire was attempting to rehabilitate his former boss's reputation by relentlessly tarring his successors with the same rhetorical brush in order to diminish his guilt by association. Sapphire later also admitted to this accusation. So identify the suffix X being talked about here. No, I haven't received any bounces yet. Ten more seconds.
Team 2 is sponsored.
Go ahead, just tag me once. Team 2 has bounced. 5 more seconds. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So no more bounces, just team 2 has bounced. So I think this was direct for team 6. Team 6, you can unmute and give me an answer now.
I think there is no
Team 6. Team 6 is not here. Team 7 is direct then. Oh, sorry for that. Right. Team 7,
I would like to pass.
pass. Team 8,
Is it bond? The word
bond is
bond.
not the right answer. Team 1.
Is there any negative marking for this?
No negative marking for pass.
So Volga Fire.
No, fire is not the right answer. Team 3,
Yeah, team 3. Did you call team 3? When we don't
right?
bounce.
Yeah, I called team 3.
When
Team 2 has bounced.
Oh, so is it tons? T-O-N? Not sure.
No, that is not the right answer. Team 4.
I don't know. I guess.
Right, team 5.
Is it gate?
Gate is the
Bond.
right answer. So basically, it came from 1972, so from the Watergate incident. After that, most of the controversies started having gate as a suffix. So Volga Gate, Lasagna Gate, lots of gates. Party Gate from Boris Johnson, right? So team 5 answers that question. So again, the next direct would be for team 7. Team 6 is not here. So for team 7, right? So any doubts? The score sheet is updated, I guess now.
Team 3 in the written round at question number 3 you have written Bloody Sunday, hence you have not given marks.
Bloody Sunday works. Bloody Sunday also works.
Bloody Sunday is right.
Right. That would be right.
Okay.
Right. So I think the direct would is for team 7 now. We'll be moving on to the next question. So every x is designated with two numbers from 1 to 36 by rounding off and then truncating the magnetic directional angle of x. These numbers can be obtained. Can you mute? Someone is unmuted. Thank you. So these numbers can be obtained. At some busier places, there are multiple x running in parallel with each other. For proper identification, they have an additional L, that is for left, C for center, and right, R for right, appended to their number designation. So give me x and explain why do they have two numbers instead of just one? Why are two numbers designated to x? Hey, the bounce window is now open. Ten more seconds.
Team 2 is sponsored.
Team 2 is bouncing. Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 2, give me your answer. Right, I have an answer from team 2 and team 7. It was your direct.
Is there a negative marking for a wrong answer?
No, no negative marking here. You can guess anything. Like negative marking is just for points. I guess your internet is bad. You can type in your answer in case you are not being able to say it out loud. Okay, I'll have to move on because there is some issue. So teammate, can you give me an answer?
X are runways, and because runways have both two runways can be approached from two sides, so they have two numbers while approaching from either side. That's why.
Right. So that is the right answer. So depending on the direction of the airplane, that is then landing or taking off. So two numbers are given, designated to a runway, XR runway, right? So team 2 also got it right on the bounce, and right, teammate answered it. So the next direct would be for team 1.
Did you watch the CGP Grey video?
Yeah, exactly. CGP
That's
Grey video
that's
just
the
came
one.
out a few days ago.
About a week.
We were also concerned about it, but like we were just hoping that someone hasn't watched it.
Nice question.
Anyways, so we'll be moving on to the next question. Teammate answered it, so now it will be for team 1. Thank you. Right, the team 1, you're direct. So Eleanor Roosevelt, the former First Lady of United States, is known to have held over 300 press conferences over the course of 12 years. These press conferences were special since they were open to a small select audience only.
Hi,
These press
I'm
conferences
not being able to
initially
see
had a
the
right.
question.
I
Did you
think
change the
it's
slide?
an
The
error
slide has
on
now
your end.
changed, I think.
The slide is changed.
Now it's fine. Now it's
Now
fine.
it's fine.
Now it's fine.
Okay. Right. Anyways, so these press conferences initially had a self-imposed ban on any kind of political topics, but later covered all sorts of topics like Eleanor's daily schedule, low-cost menus for households, and public policies. So explain the significance of these press conferences for the small and select audience only being talked about here. So the bounce window is open now. Ten more seconds.
Venu B. Karo, Pari here. Team 3 is your
He's
teammate
here.
here.
Yeah. He's here. He's here.
Yeah, so can you
Yeah, the
switch on
issue
his
is that
video?
his laptop doesn't have a camera, so he bought a laptop without a camera. So either it's mobile phone or the laptop. So he chose his laptop, so he can't
Okay,
switch
so
on his
could you ask
camera.
him to join from the phone, from his phone?
Yeah. Let me do that. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Thank you.
So team 8 has bounced. So 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. Team 3 has bounced as well. 2 and 1. So I have bounces from team 3 and team 8. Team 8, your answer is not complete. I want a bit more. You've given me the select audience. You haven't given me what was the significance. Why they chose that select audience. Wait, team 3, your answer. Right, team 3 has given me an answer. Teammate, can you please add on that? Right. So team 8 has also given me an answer. So team 1, you can unmute and answer now.
These were the war veterans from World War One.
No, that is not the right answer. Moving on to team 2. Team 2, any guesses?
Yeah. We'll say the small audience would be African Americans, and the significance being she provided a platform for them to where they could be heard. Because America was pretty racist at that time.
Right. Good guess, but it's not the right answer. Moving on to team 4. Team 3 has bounced. Team 4. I guess I don't have
Hello.
any. Right. Team 4.
So was the audience labor workers, people who like who maybe
Audience was that. What was the significance of the audience?
uh, I don't know the significance.
Right. Moving on to team 5.
Bus.
Right. We don't have a team 6. Team 7.
For telling the significance of television,
Significance of? For telling the significance of, can you repeat your answer? You can write it as well if you have trouble with connectivity.
I think she said.
I can't hear it, but like whatever she said. Anyways, that was our last bounce. In case she answers me, I'll wait for 5 more seconds if I have an answer. Five, four, three. Yeah, she's writing something. Right. I have an answer from team 7. That is not the right answer. So that was the last bounce. So the answer was basically women journalism, right? And the like I got an answer for like encouraging them in politics or in journalism, but it wasn't just that. It was basically saving their jobs because even men were losing jobs in the depression era, right? 1933 was an important part you have to notice here. So 1929, the Great Depression occurs, and they're losing jobs. So because like, even men are losing jobs, so to save the few women who were in jobs at that time, she used to keep these press conferences exclusive for women journalists. Right. So I guess no one got that right completely.
So will we receive points for our correct answer for women journalists and increase the female participation could be a reason, but since this is the correct answer.
Right. I was thinking about it during when I was like the bounces were going on, and I'll be giving +10 to both the teams who bounced. Right. Like, it wasn't completely correct, but yeah, you gave me a gist of it, so it's fine. Anyways, so right. We'll go on to the next question. Again, it will be direct for team 1 since no one got it right on the bounce. Right. So team 1, the next question is your direct. So the clip here is from Spider-Man 2, where Norman Osborn, being played by William Dafoe, receives the news of his dismissal from the board of Oscorp. The already paranoid and eclectic Green Goblin then proceeds to show a variety of emotions in a microcosm. So what are special about these emotions? So I'll be playing the video now.
Deal is off if you come with it. The board expects your resignation in 30 days.
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed? Oh, Max, please.
Norman, the board is unanimous. We're announcing the sale after the World Unity Festival. I'm sorry.
You're out, Norman.
Right, so that was the video. I'll be playing it again once more, right, before the bounce window is open. Right, since I've received bounces, I won't be playing it again, right? I've received a bounce, so I guess that was a hint, Team 8 has bounced, team 4 has bounced. 5 more seconds. Team 3 has also bounced. Right.
Team 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 3, 4, and 8 has bounced. I'll be checking your answers now. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 3 gave me an answer. And team 4 has given me an answer as well. Team 3, your answer? Okay, so team 3 has also given me an answer. So it was direct for team 1, I guess. Team 1, you can unmute and give me your answer.
These depict all the stages of grief.
Right, so stages of grief is the right answer. To be precise, it was 5 stages of grief. So he goes through all of them in just this small clip. That is denial, then anger, then bargaining, followed by depression, and then acceptance. Right. So I don't need you to give me all the 5 stages, just 5 stages of grief. Stages of grief works. So team 8 gets it right in the bounce. Team 4 and team 3 doesn't. Right. So team 1 give me an answer, right, in this question. So team 2 will get a direct. Yeah? Right. The next question will be direct for team 2. Question number 8. Let's go ahead with that. So this heritage structure was built in 1937 without a single screw. Officials claim that its base reduced to 50% of its original size due to this particular menace. This menacing act includes slaked lime content has corroded the base, affecting the structure's strength. In order to save the structure, officials came up with various ideas like chemical coatings and fiberglass protection, even taking inspiration from Bollywood and hoped for some divine intervention. There will be there's something redacted here, dash signs written on the fiberglass shields, and again we have removed something here, will be added so that people discontinue this activity, one official said. So identify the structure and what is the divine intervention being talked about here. Team 8 has bounced. So 10 more seconds. Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I don't have any other bounces. Teammate, I'll check your answer. Right. I need the divine intervention, not the act the divine intervention is stopping.
Could you please repeat?
Right. I'm not asking for the act that is like that, the menacing act. I'm not talking about that. I want how are they preventing that act? Like what is the divine intervention being talked about here? Right, that you have given me an answer. That's fine. And so team 1, you can unmute an answer now.
2, right?
Team 2, sorry, team 2.
Yeah, we'll say the structure is Havra Bridge, and divine intervention being they pasted posters of gods.
Right, that will give you full marks for this question. So basically, like this is a very talked about problem, like that splitting of man on half bridges, and it has been a very big problem in Kolkata. So basically, they started putting pictures of God and goddesses among other things to stop people from spitting there. Right. So team 2 answered that question. So the next question will be direct for team 3. Question number 9 now. So in 2016 Rio Olympics, Joseph Schooling made history by winning Singapore's first ever Olympic gold medal. This epic race was supposed to signal a passing of the torch moment. Schooling won the 100-meter butterfly, beating his idol Michael Phelps on the way. He also set a new Olympic record, finishing with a time of 50.39 seconds. Although the remarkable achievement, Joseph's thunder was stolen by another incident that happened in the same race, something that led to a rather awkward podium with only gold and silver medals being given out. So identify what happened. What happened that stole Joseph's thunder here? Wait, 10 more seconds. Right, team 5 has bounced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the bounce window is closed now. Team 5, give me your answer. Right, so team 5 has given me an answer. So moving on to team 3 now. Team 3, it was your direct.
It's a guess, but is it because Michael Phelps couldn't? I mean, his ego got hurt as he was beaten by one of his admirers? Is it something like that? Not sure.
No, it's not like that. It
Okay.
would have been a bigger event than if that happened. Anyways, moving on to question, team 4 now.
I'll pass.
Team 5 has bounced. Team 6 is not here. Team 7. She's here. No, she's here.
I would pass.
Passing. Right. So team 8.
All the other players got disqualified.
No, like he did beat Michael Phelps, like even like fairly. Right. Team 1.
The third player got injured.
No. Team 2. Team 2, give me your answer.
We're saying there was a tie for silver, so therefore no problem.
Right. So I will give you points for that. Plus 10 for team 2, and even on the pounds I'll give plus 10. I won't be giving plus 20. I'll give you the reason. They also got it right that it was tied, but it was a 3-way tie. It wasn't even a 2-way tie. So that's why they were giving out 4 medals, but like, there was obviously no silver place there. I won't give negative for that pounds. I'll give you plus 10. I'll give you plus 10 to team 2. And since team 2 answered this, so next question will again be a direct for team 3. Right. So moving on to question number 10 now. So here's a screenshot from our famous source, that is the Urban Dictionary, right? So the definition of it is given as to have a drive-by shooting, fill someone's house with bullets, and thus leaving with holes. So this is one explanation of this word. The alternate definition of this is an accident causing. I'm sorry.
The slide for next question is not visible.
I guess it's still loading for
It's
you.
visible for me.
Yep, so there would be some issue at your end. Uh, don't worry, it will come up soon, right? Anyways, so above is an alternate definition of an accident causation model. So this is like an accident causation model is named after whatever is hidden here. So which is used to risk analysis used in risk analysis management. It likens human system to multiple slices of X stacked side by side, in which the risk of a threat becoming a reality is mitigated by the differing layers and types of defenses which are layered between each other. So identify X. X and the blank, the blue blank is the same word. Right, team 4 has pounds, team A is 8 has pounds, so
2 is also bouncing.
team 2 is also bouncing, so 5 more seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. So team 5 has also pounced, I guess. So team 2 has pounced, team 4 has pounced, team 5 has pounced, team 8 has pounced. Please give me your answers. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 4 has given me an answer. Team 4, tag someone. It's difficult to figure it out otherwise. Team 2 has given me an answer and team 5 has given me an answer. Okay. So this was a direct for team 2, 3, right? I'm sorry.
Right, so team 3 we don't have an
Yep.
answer.
Okay, sure. Team 4 has bounced. Team 5 has bounced. Team 6 is out here. Team 7. It's again not audible. You write an answer in the WhatsApp group. I'll check it. Team 7, write an answer in the WhatsApp group. Okay, pass. So team 8 has bounced. So team 1.
Drive-by shooting.
Drive-by shooting is not the right answer. Team 2 has bounced. So that's it. So everyone got it right on the bounce. They can give you the answer now. Answer is Swiss cheese. So basically, you create holes. The Swiss cheese is very known to be layered. It has many holes. So Swiss cheese is the answer. So I guess team no one got it right. So again, the next question would be direct for team 3. Right. So question number 11 now. So a recently rediscovered 1830s song called X blew up on TikTok. John Archer caught wind of this revival before anyone else. From his home in the landlocked, I can't pronounce that, anyways, Ohakune, Archer had noticed a sharp uptake in the visitors to the New Zealand folk song website he set up in 1998. He suggested that it is the cheerful energy and hopeful outlook, in contrast to the other more dreary song that had led to excess rediscovery on social media. My guess is that COVID lockdown has put millions of young people into a similar situation that the young whalers were in 200 years ago, confined in for the foreseeable future, often far from home, running out of necessities, always in the risk of sudden death, and spending long hours with no communal activities to cheer them up. So identify the song X. The bounce window is open now. So team 1 has bounced. So 5 more seconds. Team 7 has bounced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Team 8 has also bounced. So team 1, team 7, and team 8 has bounced. Team 1 gave me an answer. Team 7, you have to be more specific. Team 8, give me an answer. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 7. Team 7, be more precise with your answer. Five more seconds, Team 7. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll take that answer. So Team 3 is direct, right? Team 3, you
Yeah,
can
yeah. So is it the Wellerman sea shanty?
Wellerman Sea Shanty is the right answer. So Wellerman is the song. Sea Shanty, it's like people think it's a sea shanty. I don't think it's an actual sea shanty. Like there's some technicality difference. Like I forgot about that now.
It's quite similar to the ones that you get in the
It's quite similar to a sea shanty, but it's not a sea shanty. It's something like that. Anyways, so that wasn't us, so we won't spend any time on that. So Team 3 got it right. I think everyone got it right. Team 7 did not give me a particular answer. She gave me sea shanty. She didn't give me Wellerman, so we won't be counting that as an answer. So Team 1 gets it right, Team 8 gets it right, Team 3 gets it right, and the next direct will be for Team 4. Right, the last question of this round. So we left London on Saturday morning at 5:30 or 6, the 31st July. We mounted the Dover coach at Charing Cross. It was a beautiful morning. The city, St. Paul's, with the river and the multitude of little boats, made a beautiful sight as we crossed X. The houses were not overhung by their clouds of smoke, and they were spread out endlessly, yet the sun shone so brightly with such a pure light that there was even something like the purity of one's nature own grand spectacles. So the above entry is from Dorothy's journal. It was freely available to her brother. Why? Who said uh, who said of Dorothy that she gave me eyes and she gave me ears in one of his poems. So obviously, why is a very famous poet. Dorothy is his sister, and this extract inspired a certain piece of literature from him. So either you gave me that piece of literature or do you identify X and Y. X is something that they crossed and Y is the poet. The bounce window is open now. Team 5 has bounced. Team 7 has bounced. 5 more seconds. Team 1 has bounced. Team 8 has bounced. So 5, 4, 3. I've got another bounce. So 3, 2, and 1. So team 1 has bounced, team 3 has bounced, team 5 has bounced, team 7 has bounced, team 8 has bounced. Right. Can everyone give me an answer? Team 5 give me an answer, team 7 give me an answer, team 1 has given me an answer, team 3 give me an answer, team 8 is yet to give me an answer. Right, team 5 has given me an answer. Team 7, I vote X and Y. Team 3, give me an that's okay. I have got an answer. Team 7, it's still not clear. It's very weird. Team 8 has given me an answer. Right? Team 7, would you like to clarify that? Right. And what would X be? And what is Y? Okay, sure. That so I've got answer from everyone. Team 4's direct, I'm guessing. So team 4, you can unmute and answer. Team 4. Any guesses? So no guesses from team 4 and team 2.
We'll guess Wordsworth and daffodils.
Wordsworth is the right answer for Y, and X is still wrong. So, anyways, you'll get 5 points for that. And Wordsworth is the right answer. Can someone give me X? People got it right on the board. Westminster Bridge is the right answer. So this poem is called composed upon the Westminster Bridge on September 3, 1802. So by William Wordsworth. He was describing London and the River Thames, and that is viewed from the Westminster Bridge in an early morning. Right. So that brings us to the end of this round. Do
Will you
everyone?
get points for Wordsworth?
You'll get 5 points for Wordsworth. Half. Right. So anyway, so that brings us to the end of that round. Do people need break or should I go on?
Yes, a 5 or 10 minutes break.
Yeah, sure. We'll take a 5 minute break. Yeah, sure. So we'll break for 5 minutes and then we'll continue.
By the way, the formula in the spreadsheet is wrong. The total formula.
What?
I think the formula in the spreadsheet is wrong. The total at the bottom.
The formula is wrong. Okay. The score sheet members, please check the formula.
Hello, teammate hasn't received the points for question number 12 for the previous round.
So question number
12, we bounced in that.
Okay, 1 second, I'll check. This is team 3, right? Sorry, team 8.
Team 8, right? Yes.
Team 8 pounds. आया नहीं आया था team 8 का pounds. Teammate, please check your points. Have they been updated?
Yeah, it's correct. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can the host please let in the other ID?
Right, we'll start again. I'll do a roll call before we start again. Team 1, you are here. Team 2?
Yes.
Yeah. Team 3?
Yeah.
Team 4?
Here.
Team 5?
Here.
Team 6 is not here. Team 7?
Yeah, present.
Right. Team 8?
We are present.
Right. Thank you. So we'll be starting off with written round 2 now. So this round will contain again four questions. Same rules as the last time. 20 plus 20 minus 10 and plus 10 0 otherwise if you stake it. So no bonus points for full houses. And again, answer in one message in the team WhatsApp group. And that message tag me. Right. Okay. So any doubts? I'm guessing no. So we'll start with question number 1. So man must readily talk, but no tricksy or boom manhead. So this is a quote from an X dwelling in a cave on Andvik. So if while hiking high in the mountains, you come across a walking stone, do not think your eyes deceive you. Uh, Instead, draw your sword, for before you stands a X. True, not every encounter with these creatures lead to a fight. While not particularly intelligent, they are capable of reason. But it is better to be prepared for the worst. Otherwise, your hike might not end up to the summit, but to their stew. X are able to use fire and simple tools, and some of them have even mastered the basics of common speech. Though linguistic nuances such as conjugations and declination escape them, they are extremely fond of riddles and rhymes and all sorts of wordplay, a fact that a witcher in possession of a bit of wit can use to his advantage. So identify the beast from his bestiary entry given above. It's basically taken from the game Witcher 3, and you have to identify by this entry which beast are we talking about.
We have to text you the answers.
You have to text me the answer after I've done with showing you all the questions of this round, right? Don't just keep spamming. Anyways, so moving on to the next question. So ex Karar, translation, friendship contract, was a traditional contract system from Gujarat, which is now illegal, that legitimizes a matrimonial type of relationship, most commonly between a married man and his unmarried mistress. So it provides for a similar live-in relationship to the customs of Nata Pratha of Rajasthan and MP. It is commonly used to circumvent the provisions of the Hindu Marriage Act, which prohibits bigamy. The contract is drawn up by a sub-registrar with his seal of affidavit on a stamp paper of 10 rupees, signed by both parties with two witnesses. Each contract is customized to the needs of the two parties and prescribes financial support by the man to his partner. Though it was never legally enforceable, it was meant to provide a degree of security to the unmarried woman. So identify ex karar, a practice finding its way back in the society to avoid the cumbersome divorce proceedings. Right. So you need to give me the word X here.
We have to first tell the name of the contract.
Yep, you have to give me the name of the contract. 10 more seconds. Five more seconds. And now we'll move on to the question number 3. Right. So the video in the next slide will show you a triumphant welcome by a British crowd to a certain foreigner. Rather surprising considering the political uneasiness between the two respective countries. So identify the name of the mission the foreigner was part of. So in the video, there is a foreigner who is being greeted by a British crowd, and you have to give me like what mission did the foreigner work on? Why is he being celebrated? Right. So the video is here.
Notwithstanding, Manchester out that the great city had never had a more welcome visitor. Man is a natural if ever there was one. No wonder millions fell for him. The Amalgamated Union of Foundry Workers made him #1 honorary member and gave him a gold medal. Union President Fred Hollingsworth said all the members felt honoring them by his acceptance. In a way, he was one of them, because in his younger days, as a moulder. Back in London, the Mansion House, where another hero's welcome awaited this amazing man. And it was raining there too. The jokes about a typical English summer were well-founded. With the Lord Mayor, Sir Bernard Whaley-Cohen, he waved to the thousands of city workers.
Right. So that was the video, and there are hints here as well. So you can try to figure it out from there. Five more
Can you
seconds.
play the video once again?
Sure, I'll play it for a few seconds. I won't play the full
Yeah.
video.
Notwithstanding, Manchester out that the great city had never had a more welcome visitor. Man is a natural if ever there was one. No wonder millions fell for him. The Amalgamated Union of Foundry Workers made him #1 honorary member and gave him a gold medal. Union President Fred Hollingsworth said all the members felt honoring them by his acceptance. In a way, he was one of them, because in his younger days, as a molder.
Right, so that was question number 3. Now we'll be moving on to question number 4. So I wrote to them that law was a lingering profession where success was uncertain. A stage career was much better. It would now be independent. He would now be independent and would not bother them with grants of money at all. My father wrote a long letter to me, strongly disapproving of my project. But there was one sentence that touched me the most. Do not be a traitor to the family. I went to my employers and conveyed to them that I no longer look forward to a staged career. The signed contract mentioned in the above extract is proof that how important the stage career was for X. It was possibly his first love. He was mesmerized by acting. His dream was to play the role of Romeo at the Old Vic. That is the old Victorian theater, right? So, and this was no passing phase in his life. Even in his later years of his politically active career, he would often read Shakespeare. But fate had bigger things in mind for X, and it was probably the last time he changed his mind after seriously devoting it to something else. So identify who's X here. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that brings us to the end of the written round. I'll go through a brief rerun. Right, very brief. Right. Question number 1, the creature being talked about here, walking stone, not very wise. Right. And that should be enough. Anyways, moving on to question number 2, Maitri Karar, friendship contract, legitimize relationship between a married man and an unmarried mistress. It is kind of like Natapratha and provides a degree of security to the unmarried woman. Right. Question number 3, triumphant welcome by a British crowd to a foreigner. A foreigner who's from a country that has political uneasiness with Britain. So very surprising that welcome. Yes, so that was the hint there. And question number 4 would be again a very active political career, but he gave up his acting dreams because of it, and he was a lawyer by profession, of course, as stated. And again, so you need to identify X. So that brings us to the end of the written round, and everyone is please requested to give in their answers. Team 4 has given me an answer. Team 2, Team 5 hasn't. Team 1 has given me an answer. Team 7 has given me an answer. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 3 has given me an answer. Anyone left? Team 2 has given me an answer. Right. Everyone has given me an answer, right? Yes. So we can go ahead now. So written down 2, you can speak out the answers. Question number 1, any guesses for this?
Rock troll from Witcher.
Right, rock troll is the right answer. I need troll. Troll would be fine. Rock troll to be specific. It's from Witcher 3. So question number 2, any answers for this?
Maitri Karar.
Maitri Karar is the right answer. Maitri just means friendship. So friendship contract, Maitri Karar. Right. Question number 3. Any guesses?
Like unification of Germany.
Unification of Germany is not the right answer. Any other guesses?
Dunkirk evacuation.
No, Dunkirk evacuation is not the right answer.
Trade Hollow mission.
No, that is not the right answer.
Is it Neil Armstrong?
Close. But US and Britain had a good relationship. Who didn't? It's in the same field. Neil Armstrong is not the right answer.
Is that Yuri Gagarin?
Yuri Gagarin is the right answer. So Yuri Gagarin, the mission was Vostok 1. Right. I needed Vostok 1. And question number 4. Any guesses?
Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Muhammad Ali Jinnah is the right answer. So I have a surprise for everyone here. So there was a connect between all 4 answers here. So if you guys can figure out the connect, I'll give you plus 20 for that. I'll show the answers once again. Right. So first we have rock troll of question number 1. Then rock troll, basically troll. We need to, the connect is with troll. Then Maitri, X was Maitri. We needed Maitri. And third was Vostok, and fourth is Jinnah. So if you can figure out a connect, please give it to me in the WhatsApp group. I'll give you plus 20 for that. That is the theme. That's why I did not. No, there is no negative here. That's why I did not give you a theme. What is the theme of this round?
Is this for points?
It is 4 points. I'll give you plus 20 if you have an answer.
Can you give us some more time? You were thinking this is not gone.
Of course. I'll give you 30 seconds, I guess. Okay, I have received an answer from team 1. I'll give 10 more seconds to everyone else. Team 5 has given me an answer. Team 3 has given me an answer. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 2 has given me an answer. Team 7 is giving me an answer, I think. Team 7, give me an answer. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I think a couple of you got it right. So again, you can give out your guesses right now. Anyone willing to give out the guesses? Again, team 1, that wouldn't be fair for everyone else. Like if everyone else agrees to that, I'll be fine. Can team 1 turn off their camera? He has camera issues. He has internet issues. If anyone has any objection, please say so, and otherwise,
we object.
What? Anyways, I guess that wasn't an objection. So yeah, sure, go ahead. So the connect here was, these are all name of research stations in Antarctica. Right. So we started this question. They started off. I was trying to make a question on Antarctica. We went to the list and we were like, we'll make a written round of this. So basically, we made a written round out of that. and Maitri is India's, right? That's why there were flags in the answer side. So Jinnah is Pakistan's research center. Vostok is of course the famous place, the coldest place on earth, right? That is Russian. Then Maitri is Indian, and Troll is Norway. Troll is just here because it's easy to make a question on Troll. Right? Anyways, so moving on to the next round. So pounds and pounds, we'll be going anti-clockwise this time. I'm hoping the points are reflected there. Right. I'll announce them as well once. So team 1 is at 90 points, team 2 is at 185, team 3 at 100, team 4 at 80, team 5 has 140, team 7 is minus 20, and team 8 has 230. So team 8 is leading right now, followed by team 2 and team 5. Right. So we'll start off with the second last pounds and ones, the last round of the quiz. We again 12 questions. We'll be going anti-clockwise this time. From team, we'll start from team 8. We'll go all the way back to team 1. Points are again conserved, and we'll be following the same pattern as the first round. So let's start. Does someone wants to interrupt? Something to say? Something else?
Marks for this connect.
For connect would be to plus 20. Plus 20 0.
Oh, you-
There's no negative mark.
It will be awarded later. Or
It will be awarded with the written round.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So the team 5 just gave me Antarctica, so I'll give you plus 10. I won't give you plus 20. Right. So, right, let's start. So, team 8, the first question will be your direct. So, the photo that you see in the next slide won the Pulitzer Prize for spot news photography in 1980. Till date, it holds a special distinction among the other awards. So the photo was taken by Jahangir Razvi 7 months after the Iranian radicals overthrew the US backfired government. After clicking the photograph, he sent the photo to the newspaper at Lahad while staying back himself for his work. At Lahad's head office in Tehran, Mr. Haidri chose to this image from the 70 exposures sent by Razvi. Mr. Haidri had little time to think. The afternoon paper was about to go to print. He says that he told himself that the country was conflicted over the killing of the Kurds and angry over the censorship. He decided to publish the photograph, although not in the edition distributed in the Kurdistan province, where it would lead to tantamount to a call to arms. The Etlahite editor made another snap decision. By 2 p.m., the newsstands across Tehran trumpeted the word of the Kurdish execution. The accompanying photograph was a sensation, and it later went on to win the Pulitzer Prize for the spot news photography that year. So, what was the other decision that Mr. Haidri made, which ultimately resulted in its special distinction among other awards? Or like, how was this award announcement unique or slash different from all others? Right, I'll show you the photo. Right, this was the photo that won the Pulitzer Prize. And we'll go back to the question. The pounds window is open now. Right. So
Team 2 is bouncing.
Team 5 was bounced, team 2 is bouncing, team 7 has written an old answer. Right. Team 7 has bounced, Team 3 has bounced, Team 5 has bounced, Team 2 is bouncing. So 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The bounce window is now closed. Team 2 has bounced, Team 7 has bounced, Team 3 has bounced, and Team 5 has bounced. Right, Team 2 has given me an answer. Team 7 give me an answer. Team 3 is yet to give an answer. Right, Team 5 has given me an answer. Team 7, there's something wrong there. Team 7 has right. Right, Team 3 has also given me an answer. So I think I've received the answer from everyone. Team 7 has given, Team 5 has given, Team 2 has given. So this was a direct for Team 8. Team 8, your answer?
So this is the only anonymous Pulitzer Prize ever awarded.
Right, this is the only anonymous Pulitzer Prize ever awarded. Team 7 gets a negative, Team 5 got it right, Team I think 3 got it right. Sorry, Team 7 got it right. Oh, sorry, Team 7 got it wrong. Team 5 got it right, Team 3 got it right, and Team 2 got it wrong. Okay. So since Team 8 answered that, so Team 7, it would be a direct. The next question, we'll be moving on to the next question. Right, so MS Dhoni's first major endorsement was an unusual one. It was with a brand which is not that popular among young people. So they roped in Dhoni to make their product more attractive to the younger generations. However, this partnership ended in a legal battle which lasted for 5 years, with the company accusing Dhoni of breaching the contract. The brand came into existence when a state of southern India was unable to export a popular product to Europe during the World War I. A cartoon made for this partnership, which edited Dhoni's name to show the brand's name. So identify the brand. So this is that photo. They have edited something here to MS Dhoni's name, and this was used in the ad campaign as well. So I'll stay here for 10 seconds and I'll go back to the question slide. The bounce window is of course open. I've received bounces from Team 1, Team 3, Team 5, Team 8, 5 more seconds.
Team 2 will bounce.
Right, just tag me. 5 more seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I think everyone has bounced except for Team 7. It's their direct. Team 2 has bounced. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 4 has given me an answer. Team 3 give me an answer. Right, I'll go back to the question. Team 4 has given me an answer. Team 1 has given me an answer. Team 3 has given me an answer as well. So, right. So Team 7, you can unmute and answer now. No, it won't.
I would pass.
Pass, so it will pass to no one because everyone else has bounced. So I think only one team got it wrong. Everyone else got it right. So any guesses for that? Right. So it is the Mysore sandal soap. So MS Dhoni, they filled it with Mysore sandal. So that was the answer. Everyone got it right. I think Team 3 got it wrong. Right. So moving on to the next question, since Team 7 didn't get it right. So again, direct for Team 7. So the following video shows the growth and the eventual refining of the structure of a slime mold in the presence of multiple nutrient sources that will be in the white in the following video. So this slime thus shows more intelligence than a group of qualified engineers tasked with designing X. X is an essential entity which is widely used by the citizens of its country. So identify X and what are the positions of nutrients representing here. So the video, I'll play the video. Right, the video ends there. The bounce window is open. No bounces yet. I'll go back to the question.
Will you go to the text?
Yep, I'm going back to the text. Ten more seconds. Five, four. I think I've received a bounce. Team 3 has bounced. 5, 4.
Team 2 is bouncing.
Team 2 is bouncing. 3, 2, and 1. So team 2 and team 3 has bounced. Can you give me your answers?
Who all bounced?
Team 2 and team 3.
Okay.
It's there in the chat. Right, the team 2 has given me an answer. Right, team 3 has also given me an answer. So team 7, you can unmute your answer now. Team 7. I'll take that as pass. Team 6 is not here. Team 5.
It's the Japanese railway system, and they are the new positions are the new stations.
Right, it is completely right. So the new trains are Japanese railway stations, and of course, it's Japan's rail system. That's why we didn't mention the country, otherwise it would be very obvious. Team 2 got it wrong because they answered London's underground system instead of Japan's. So wait, Team 3 got it right. And I think Team 5 got it right on bounce. So plus 10 for Team 5 and plus 3 for Team 3, minus 10 for Team 2. So since Team 5 answered that, now it will be Team 4's direct. Right. Moving on to question number 4. The phrase X was used for expansive empires and showed their size and power over the world. One of the origins of the phrase can be traced back to Xerxes, who, when invading Greece, said that we shall extend the Persian Empire as far as the God's heaven reaches. In April of 2432, the Pitcairn Islands will experience their first total solar eclipse since the mutineers arrived. Luckily, the eclipse happens at a time when the sun is over the Cayman Islands in the Caribbean. In fact, no total eclipse for the next 1,000 years will pass over the islands at the right time of the day to end the streak, but not forever. Eventually, many millennia in the future, an eclipse will come for the island, and a certain variation of X will finally be false. So identify X. Okay, so team 2 has bounced. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 8 has also bounced. Team 2 and Team 8 has pounds for this question. Team 8, give me your answer. Right, so Team 8 and Team 2 has given me their answer. Team 4, it's your direct.
Pass, I'll pass.
Team 3, it's your direct. They pass as well.
Yeah,
Is that a pass, right?
Is it Pax?
Parks? No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's PAX Pax. Pax Indica.
No, it's a entire phrase. It's not just about.
Okay.
Team 2 has pounds. Team 1. Team 1 is typing. Don't type your answer there anyways. Right. Okay, bounce you can type. Okay. Right. That is not the right answer. Team 8 has bounce, I guess. Right? Yeah. Team 8 has bounced. Team 7. I'll take that as a pass, and Team 6 is not here. Team 5.
Pass.
Okay, so both the team got it right on the. Wait, before we reveal the answer, Team 7 is typing something. I'll just. No, that is wrong. Right, so both the team got it right on the bounce. You can give out the answer now.
The sun never sets on vacation.
Yeah, right. The main phrase is the empire on which the sun never sets, and a variation of that is sun never sets on the British Empire. So moving on to the next question, I think no one answered that, so it would be a direct for Team 4 again. So in April of this year, McDonald's Malaysia and Leo Burnett Malaysia brought to life the first ever McDonald's fries dash X in the heart of the Golden Triangle in Butik Bintang of Kuala Lumpur. This iconic X is strategically located as it leads visitors straight into Malaysia's first ever McDonald's restaurant. The concept, official approval, and execution took about 7 months and coincided with McDonald's 4 decades in Malaysia. It aims to reinvigorate Bukit Bintang's intersection and spark feel-good moments among all pedestrians. This iconic X is the start of a larger campaign to further generate buzz and encourage social fan truths. So what did they do on this intersection? Like, what was special about this? You'll have to give me that. I think we have a bounce. Yeah, teammate has bounced. So 5 more seconds.
So do you need X?
Yep, I need X. You can even explain if you don't know the exact word. No problem. 5 more seconds. Team 5 has also bounced. Team 7 has also bounced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 5, 7, and 8 has bounced. Team 4, it's your direct. Wait till I say. Wait. Don't go ahead with the answer. Team 7, I need your answer. Team 8 has already given me an answer. And team 5 has also given me an answer. Team 7, your answer? That is incorrect. Team 7. Anyways, Team 4.
Did they paint on the roads the McDonald's fries?
Yeah, I'll give you full points for that. So basically, they replaced the zebra crossing with McDonald's fries. Right? It's very eye-catching in that sense, and it's Kuala Lumpur's Times Square, to say, right? So they're attracting all the pedestrians towards the McDonald's. Right? So everyone got it right on the bounce except for I think Team 7. Anyways, we'll be going on to the next slide. Next question, direct for team 3 this time. So question number 6. So this question is about X, an avid rugby enthusiast who sadly couldn't witness the success of his fellow countrymen in reaching the last four of the 2007 Rugby World Cup for the very first time. So had things turned out differently, he would have been a 79-year-old, cherishing his typically Argentinian love of sport on 7th October 2007, but his life held different challenges for him. He died around 4 decades before this. So a lot of teams didn't want him because he was asthmatic. But despite his scrawny figure, he was surprisingly strong and a very good tackler. So you need to identify X. So team 5 has bounced, team 1 has bounced, 5 more seconds.
2 is also bouncing.
Team 2 has also bounced. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the bounce window is closed. Team 2, team 1 has given me an answer. Team 5, give me an answer. Okay, everyone has given me an answer. So team 3, it was your direct. You can go ahead.
We don't know the answer. We have to pass.
Right. Team 2 has bounced. Team 1 has bounced. Team 8.
Is it Che Guevara?
Che Guevara is the right answer. Right.
Guevara. Yes.
So everyone got it right on the bounce. It's surprising that many people don't know he's Argentinian. Everyone associates with him with Cuba. Right. So that was question number 6. I think team 8 got it right on the bounce. So it would be team 7's direct now. So question number 7, team 7. Here we go. So I would find myself squinting at old engineering reports degraded to unreadability by repeated photocopying and faxing because they contained the only known data on what happened to human skin in a supersonic wind tunnel or the effects of a nuclear weapon on filing cabinets. These lines are taken from the preface of a book, which is full of answers to similarly absurd scientific questions. The author of the book is an ex-NASA scientist and an author to many such absurdly funny scientific books tackling lesser thought of scientific problems. But his greatest claim to fame is in a much shorter format than these books. So you need to identify his famous work. You don't need to give me the author, you need to give me his work, which he is very widely known for. Okay, team 1 has bounced.
Team 2 is bouncing.
Team 2 is bouncing. So 5 more seconds. Team 8 has bounced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 1, team 2, and team 8 has bounced. Right, team 2 has given me an answer. Team 8 has given me an answer. Team 1 has given me an answer. Right. So this was a direct for team 3, I'm guessing. So team 3, you can go ahead.
It wasn't for us.
Okay, team 2 has bounced. Team 1, I think team 1 has bounced as well. Right, team 8 has bounced as well. Team 7.
Is it What If? The book name is What If.
The book name is What If. I want his more famous work.
Will you please repeat?
The book name is What If. You got the book right, wherever it's taken from. I want the more famous work. He's not famous for What If. He's famous for something else.
I would pass.
Right. It's very surprising that you know What If you don't know his more famous work. Anyways, moving on to question number 5. Team 5.
Pass.
Team 4.
Pass.
Right. So we have gone all the way around. Teammate has answered me what if as well. I won't be giving points for that because, like, anyways, it's very famous. So, team, I think two got it right. Yep, team two got it right. So, we are talking about xkcd.com. It's a web comic. It's very famous. Many quizzes written rounds are made from these comics, right? And right. So that was the answer, not what if. I didn't want dot what if. I wanted xkcd. Right. So I think no one got it right. So it would be again direct for team three, and we'll be moving on to question number 8. So plus 10, 20 for everyone, plus minus 10 for teammate. So moving on to the next question, team three is direct. So many of the new X are named after streets, towns, or areas, which I figure is an attempt to capture the feeling or ambience of that specific locale. The Clarendon, for example, comes from a street in San Francisco, while Helena is named after a town in Napa, St. Helena. Brooklyn is pretty easy to figure out, and Ashby comes from the main drags in Berkeley, Calif. This extract is from an article of 2013 when dash, the blanks are not indicative here. So basically, like the number of dashes here does not give you the number of letters of that word. When dash introduced a new feature and an update to its X, something which it is most known for. So identify X, whose modern alternatives are named after famous cities around the world. The bounce window is open, no bounces yet. So teammate has bounced, 5 more seconds. Five, four, three, two, and one. So teammate has given me an answer. This was a direct for team three. Team three, you can go ahead and give me an answer.
Yeah, we don't have a clue.
Right. Team two. Team two, any guesses?
Yeah, we'll guess Mac OS.
Mac OS is not the right answer. Team one.
Is it Google Street View?
Google Street View is not the right answer. Teammate has bounced. Team seven.
Pass.
Right. Team six is not here. Team five.
Instagram filters.
Instagram filters is the right answer. So basically, like they have the new filters as Paris, Oslo, Lagos, and Buenos Aires. India has also one, right? So basically, when they started off with Instagram was famous for its filters when it first came out in 2013 or 2012. So they started this trend back, and it's still going on. Right? So I think team five got it right. So the next direct will be for team four. Teammate got it wrong on the bounce, so minus 10 for them. And next direct will be for team 4. Question number 9. So in 2007, in 2017, the Odisha State Cabinet passed a proposal to formally urge the centre to declare X as the worst war of independence, but was denied by the centre government. X was an armed rebellion against the British East India Company, projecting Y as the symbol of Odia unity, and the rebellion quickly spread across Odisha. In 2018, the government released the commemorative coin and postage stamps in the memory of X. So you need to identify X, the armed rebellion, and Y, the symbol of Odia unity. Right. So I'll show the postage stamp that was issued. So this is the postage stamp. Right, and we'll go back to the question slide. The bounce window is open, no bounces yet. Team 1 has bounced. So 5 more seconds. Team 3 has bounced. Team 5 has bounced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 1, team 3, and team 5 has bounced. Team 1 has given me an answer. Team 3, give me an answer. Team 5, give me an answer. Team 5 has given me an answer. Team 3, you need to answer both X and Y. Team 3, the second part.
Could you go to the image once?
Right, I'll go to the image once. Oh, sorry. Right, so I have the answers. I'll go to team 4 now. Team 4, it was your direct. No, sorry. It was a direct for team 3, right? Oh, no, sorry. It was a direct for team 4. Team 5 answered the last question. Team 4?
I'll pass.
Right. Team 3 has bounced. Team 2? Team 3, oh, sorry, team 2? No guesses. I'll move on. Right. Team 1 has bounced. Team 8?
Piker Revolution and Bucks.
Team 2 didn't bounce, right? Team 2's.
No, team 2 didn't bounce.
So
Team 8.
it's going anti-clockwise, right?
It is going anti-clockwise. So it started with team 5, no, team 4, then team 3 bounced, then I went to team 2. Team 2 didn't give me an answer. Team 1 has bounced.
Say anything.
Right, you didn't say anything, so I assumed that was a pass.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Right, so team 8.
Answer is Piker Revolution and the unity was under Bakshi Jagabandhu.
No, I want the symbol. I don't want the unit leader. And team 3, you answered it late, so I won't be counting that. The bounce window was closed way ahead.
Can you show the question once again? Question slide.
Right. Five more seconds, teammate.
So for X, we have Piker Revolution.
Right, and Y?
I don't think we have an answer for that.
Right, team 7. They gave me X is right. Give me a Y.
I'll pass.
Team 6 is not here. Team 5?
I bounced.
Right. Oh, sorry. Team 5 bounced. Team 4 was direct, so you come all the way around. So the answer is Paika. You got it right. The symbol of unity is. Any guesses? Very famous for Odisha. The second one had something eatable, right? Puri. So basically, it's Jagannath and Paika rebellion, right? So I think 2 got it. Team 1 got it right. Team 5 got it right. Team 3, you were too late. I won't be giving you marks. You'll be getting a -10 since you answered just one part. And moving on to the next team.
One second. Hello. Yeah, we answered X beforehand. We missed out on the Y part.
You answered X before time, but I gave you time for Y. You didn't give me Y. You wrote something. You deleted now. some unity or something like that.
Yeah.
And I moved on. I closed the question. I started taking answers straight.
Okay, so it's X and Y, not X or Y. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and not X or Y. And so, anyways, you will get a minus for that. And now I think since no one got it right, we'll be back to team 4. Right. So, question number 10. So, in 1920s, due to the rise of new technology, a certain group of musicians were deemed unnecessary and old-fashioned. They were used to work at a popular recreational place where they found jobs due to a certain technological restriction of the time. But by the year 1927, these robots were finally upgraded and the musicians were made redundant. In response, the musicians formed an organization and spent over 500,000 on scathing ad campaign to combat the advancement of this technology. Pictures in the next slide. So this occupation no longer exists though. The robots did actually win. So where exactly did these musicians work? So here is the ad campaign. Response window is open. 10 more seconds. I'll go back to the question slide. Yes.
Two bounce.
Right. Team 2 will be bouncing. 5 more seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Team 2, I need your answer.
Do you need something more?
No, that would be enough. Right. So team 2 has given me an answer. Team 4, this was your direct. You can go ahead and answer. Team 4. Team 4. I'll take that as a pass. Team 3.
Is it the theaters?
It is the theater. So what exactly was the work of this musician?
Speaker.
Right, I'll give you points for that. So basically, so these were live musicians in movie theaters. So before 1927, there were no sound in music. So sound in movies. So they basically needed a live musicians to add in the sounds for the movie. But in 1927, the first talkie came out, right? Movie with sound. So they were deemed redundant after that, and there were no more musicians in movie theaters. Right? So team 3 gets that. So plus 10 for them. Team 2 got it right on the pounds as well. So since team 3 answered that, team 2 it will be your direct next. So question number 11. In 1889, Van Canel was awarded the John Scott Medal for the city of Philadelphia for the usefulness of his invention to society. The invention served as an airlock and prevented the influx of cold air into building on a chilly, windy day and reduced the amount of street noise. An urban legend holds that these were invented to deter horses from entering building. A diagram of the invention is here on the right. So identify the invention. I think I've received bounces. Right, team 8 has bounced, team 3 has bounced. So 5 more seconds. 5, 4, team 1 has bounced. 3, 2, and 1. So team 1, team 3, team 5, and team 8 has bounced. Direct for team 2. And everyone give me their answers. Right, team 1 has given me an answer. Team 3 has given me an answer. Team 5, give me an answer, and team 8 has given me an answer. Team 5 has also given me an answer. Team 2, you can unmute your answer now.
Should we answer?
Yep, go ahead.
We are guessing revolving doors.
Yeah, revolving doors is the right answer. So everyone got it right on the pounds. Well done. And now we'll be going to the last question of the set. Let's check the scores before we do so. Right. I think the score sheet is updated. So we have team 8 at 325, team 5 at 290, and team 2 at 285. So very close call for second and third. Team 1 at 160, team 3 at 150, team 4 at 120, and team 7 at minus 40. Right. So very close call between team 2 and team 5. Let's see. Now the last question. Right. It will be direct for team 1 since team 2 answered the last question. Right. So the following response was observed on Twitter after an event which followed a miraculous recovery rate of 100% success rate. A documentary was followed later, delineating the events of the said event, the happenings of the said event. So identify the event, a product of which made Twitter known worldwide. So there's a tweet that got viral. The image of it is here. There's also a graph on the next slide. I'll be moving on to that graph. So right. So as you can see, there's a surge in Twitter users. So you have to identify what was the reason behind this surge.
Can you show the question once?
Yep, I'll go back to the question. Right. Sure. This is the tweet that got viral and started it off, basically.
2 is bouncing.
Team 2 is bouncing.
5 is also bouncing.
Team 8 is bouncing. Team 5 is also bounced. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right. So team 3 has bounced, team 2 has bounced, team 8 has bounced, and team 5 has bounced. Right. Team 2 has given me an answer. Team 3, I don't get what you have written. I don't think that's a bounce. I'm not sure, whatever it is. Team 8 has given me an answer. And team 5 has also given me an answer. Team 3, that was a bounce. Was that? I don't get it. I'm guessing that was a bounce. You can still give me an answer. Team 3. I'll take that as not a bounce then. Team 2, Team 5, and Team 8 has bounced. Right. So I think this was a direct for Team 1. So Team 1, you can go ahead and answer.
In this, a US Airways flight landed on the Hudson River, I guess.
Yeah, that is the perfect answer, and he did. So this was basically the US airplane, right, as he said, it landed. It had to be an emergency landed in the Hudson River, and of course, a movie has been made on that by starring Tom Hanks called Sully. So that brings us to the end of the quiz. Let's see the marks as they are being updated. Right. So I think team 1, the all the team 3 teams that were in the top 3 bounced and got it right. So the standing remains the same. Thank you everyone for attending this quiz. Hope you all enjoyed it, and hope we'll see you again next year as well, and in future events of our club. That's it. I'll take my leave and see you all tomorrow as well. We have got a few quizzes lined up. The India quiz, Open India quiz, and an under 25 number quiz. Right. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. all the winners, they can just DM like, Dipankar Johari, their details, right? Or just stay in that group. Don't leave, right? We'll just contact you.
Okay.